Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to cover some awesome Steam PC game deals from our good friends over at cdkeys.com. They've got some great deals, and we've got about 10 deals scratching the surface as far as everything available at CD Keys, but some good deals on some newer stuff, some more expensive stuff, and some super cheap stuff we'll get to at the end of this video. Right off the top, gotta mention this deal off the rip because you can make out like a bandit. 7 Days to Die, you guys, just came out of early access and its price got jacked up to $45. Well, CD Keys has it 60% off for $19.49. So if you want to check out the full release, 7 Days to Die had quite the arduous early access period. It was just a lengthy early access period, but yeah, get it for sub $20. You'll redeem it right on Steam. An open world game that is a unique combination of a first-person shooter, survival horror, tower defense, and RPG. Play the definitive zombie survival sandbox RPG. And you know, these types of games really aren't my cup of tea, but given the fact that it is $45 on Steam and you can get it far cheaper, 1.0 just dropped, feel like that was definitely worth a mention, so check that out. Next up, gotta give a mention to No Man's Sky. It's at $18.19. What a fantastic deal for No Man's Sky. Obviously, the game just had a massive update for the game, and what I always say about No Man's Sky and why it's such a great pickup is that it's a game that's going to give you return on the investment, and at this point, the investment is $18. Back when I picked it up, it was $60, and it was a far lesser game than what it is now, and you know it's just going to get better and better. Again, these survival games, crafting games, they're really not my cup of tea, but with No Man's Sky, I just have to give credit where credit is due because the incredible experience and the incredible turnaround that Hello Games was able to make with No Man's Sky and do with No Man's Sky has been remarkable. And given that they haven't charged for a single one of the updates, just goes to show how much this game has popped off. And it's one of those games that every now and again I want to go back and play more of it, even if it's not my cup of tea, just being like, bro, they dropped this level of content in the game, I gotta go back and play more of it, just because I gotta show them some love at that point. But if you're into this style of game, $18.19, great deal on that. Definitely worthwhile of a pickup there. Next up, the game's not out yet, but it's gonna get quite a bit of attention as we get closer to its release, so I want to give a shout to Black Myth Wukong as well. Little bit of a discount, $54 and change. It is out later in August the 20th. The game's gonna be a monster to run if you're looking to max it out, but if you actually look at the system requirements, they're not all too crazy. But if you're looking to play the game at max settings, okay, yeah, pack a lunch because the game's gonna be fairly difficult to run. Max settings, 4K, 60 FPS, all that good stuff, but $54 and change on that. One of my most anticipated games for the rest of the year. Really, throw on Black Myth Wukong, throw on Stalker 2, Space Marine 2. We're eating good for the next few months. Super excited about all those games. Some cheaper titles available as well. Batman Arkham Collection, always a good shout for the four of you that don't own this collection. You got Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. 3 absolutely tremendous games, and you can revel in Rocksteady at their absolute prime and their pinnacle. When they were revered as one of the best studios in all of gaming, it was because of this trilogy. Now, Batman Arkham Knight, you can like look at some of the early videos I uploaded on this channel. It was literally me having a mental breakdown over how bad the Batman Arkham Knight PC port was, and it was god-awful, but it is far better now, and you're paying $5 and change for it. You're getting a quality PC version, and Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, surprisingly, hold up very well. I played Arkham Asylum, I want to say like a year and a half, 2 years ago. It's been a little bit, but given that this game's been out for damn near 15 years at this point, how well Arkham Asylum holds up is actually quite remarkable, and you know, you'll play this trilogy and you'll be kind of depressed that Rocksteady has fallen to the level that they have. 9 years to get out Suicide Squad, and that game was fairly mid, to put it lightly. Next up, we got The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, 81% off for $8.39. Great price for Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim is one of those games that I feel like everybody should own. It's like one of the most iconic games of all time, and I absolutely loved it. So, you know, check that out. It's Skyrim. Like, I don't need to sell you on it more. Want to give a shout to the other Bethesda open world game getting a lot of attention right now. Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition is $11. Fallout 4 London just came out, or Fallout London just came out. It is getting received incredibly well, seeming like it's a damn near new experience. I haven't checked it out yet. I do know for the Steam release, you do have to downgrade the game because that next-gen upgrade came out, and yeah, London is compatible with the older version of the game, so keep that in mind. But definitely something, like, I personally didn't even have London in my radar of coming out, but that's how, like, man, the games you want to play get so crazy when, like, a Fallout London comes out of nowhere, and you're like, huh, I gotta play that as well, across, you know, attached to all the other games I gotta play. But definitely do want to check that out. But you know, if you're eager to, you don't have Fallout 4 yet, this is a great deal. And $11 for the Game of the Year edition already with the DLC, already a really solid pickup. Last of Us Part 1, $30.29. Legitimately one of the worst PC ports of all time when it came out. It is much, much better now, and Last of Us Part 1 is legitimately one of my favorite games of all time. Kind of unfortunate how Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Last of Us Part 1 had to come out within like a month of one another, and they were both like two of my favorite games, maybe not of all time with Jedi Survivor, but I love Jedi Survivor as well, and they were just absolutely abominations on PC. Thankfully, both of them are better, but Last of Us Part 1, $30 and change. It's a fairly short game, like, comparatively to a lot of other bigger games coming out these days, but you know what? Sometimes a 10 to 14 hour experience is exactly what I want to get into, and 10 hours is definitely putting it way too lightly for Last of Us Part 1. I feel like it's probably closer to 14 to 15 hours. Nonetheless, it's a game that I've also completed an insane amount of times at this point, and I will certainly be doing another playthrough on PC at some point in the future, probably before Last of Us Part 2 comes out, and then for some reason I'll play Last of Us Part 2, but you know, there you go with that, as in I'll play it again on PC. But $30 and change for Part 1, great deal there. Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition is $4.89. I mean, Borderlands 2, I think, is the peak of Borderlands as a franchise. I just thought the comedy worked well, the gameplay is great, and the story was pretty engaging. Really enjoyed it. Sub $5 to get the DLC with it. Great pickup there. Dying Light 2 Stay Human Reloaded Edition is 66% off for $19 and change. This is a good deal for Dying Light 2, a game that has held up in price, and maybe rightfully so, given that Techland does a great job of keeping these games updated. And the Reloaded Edition does include the first story DLC and Bloody Ties, so there is that as well. I enjoyed the game. I did not think it was as good as Dying Light 1. I don't think anybody really did, but Dying Light 2 is still a worthwhile game. A sizable open world, great parkour gameplay, and the exploration's really enjoyable, but $19 and change on that, quite good. And then a couple other deals. Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition, $6.49. Great deal on KCD. You get the DLC here as well. Enjoyable historical theme to it, and KCD 2 is dropping here very shortly, so not a bad time to go check out the first game. And then Disco Elysium, the final cut, $5.79. From a narrative standpoint, I think Disco Elysium is one of the best games literally of all time. From a writing standpoint, it may be the best game of all time. Obviously, there's quite a lot of controversy with the developers and the publisher with this game. It's unfortunate how that went down, but you know, $5 and change for this is a tremendous, tremendous deal, which I would highly recommend. And that is going to do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals available right now at our friends at CD Keys. Links to all of these in the description box below. If you buy anything, I do get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. And thanks to CD Keys for supporting the channel. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.